and I was not alone. I was definitely not alone in this. I love him. Okay, one of the most exciting things just getting off work. Good morning, guys, and welcome back to my channel. So it is Sunday. Yeah, one of the busiest days of my week. Well, sorry, of my weekend. Today is the day that I clean and I go grocery shopping and I work on stuff that I need to get done. When I'm in school, I do homework. Sorry, I just woke up so the sun is like super bright. But by the time of this video, you guys know what I'm gonna be talking about today. I'm gonna be talking about why I joined the military and why I chose the Air Force, because I don't know how many people know this, but I almost went to the Navy, so I will talk about why I ended up choosing the Air Force, and like hopefully that'll help you guys if you're trying to decide between branches. Yeah, but I'm about to head inside and I'm gonna go make some breakfast because I am hungry and I need coffee. Let's make sure my dog's not digging another hole. Dina, don't you think about it. She's been digging holes lately, and yeah, she dug a huge one over there and ate so much dirt and she threw it all up, and I was like, so you don't dig holes and eat dirt. Okay, Trevor already ate breakfast, so I'm gonna make myself some acai. I love these little packets. I got them from Costco. Alright, they're really frozen. Okay, so you might be wondering why I have a Minion mug, but I love quirky mugs, and so last year for Christmas my brother got me that mug. Yeah. But I'm sitting down to eat. I'm going to talk to you guys after this, so stay with me for those who just came for the Air Force stuff. I promise we'll get there. Yeah, I'm just gonna eat real quick. So we're headed to the store. Well, first we're gonna get him a haircut, and then we're gonna go to maybe Walmart, I don't know yet. But we need to get a storage bin for our patio because we have so much stuff like the grill and chairs and stuff on the patio right now, and I just hate how it looks. So hopefully we can find one of those. Maybe, I don't know if Walmart sells them or not, but yeah, then we're gonna get some groceries and I'll do grocery haul when we get home. Also, didn't realize that we're like almost matching. I was on the phone when I was getting dressed, so I wasn't really paying attention to what he was wearing. Okay guys, so we just got back from the grocery store and I'm gonna show you guys what we got. We went to Fry's, and honestly Fry's didn't have a lot. Like, we couldn't find the bacon we usually get. I couldn't find any of the counter cleaner that I usually get. Thankfully I found something, but I don't know what's going on, but I'm gonna show you guys. Okay, sorry my kitchen's a little mess. I am cleaning today and just got back from the store, so then I'm gonna clean and do laundry and all that. Well, the first thing we got was a food scooper for Athena's food because we need one of those. I found this Mrs. Meyer's multi-service cleaner. I've used this before and it's not bad, so I just hate how little the bottle is. Some imitation vanilla because I'm going to be doing banana bread tonight. Some new treats for Athena, pads, rice. I always get jasmine rice. Trevor wanted this like Italian brown loaf of bread. Got some regular bread, paper towels. Trevor wanted some Honey Nut Cheerios. We got some tuna. I always grew up on this one and Trevor grew up on this one, so we got two different kinds. Strawberries, which smell amazing right now. We're doing tacos tonight, so we need some shells, and Trevor wants some refried beans. We got some Spam. I only like this with rice, eggs, and bacon. We got lettuce, because we're doing lettuce, teriyaki chicken lettuce wraps for the week. We got bacon, never had this kind before, but we always get like center cut and they didn't have any, so we got this. We got tomato, we got the taco seasoning for tacos tonight. Hamburger meat, some guac, we need a new face moisturizer, I always use this one. We got some, Trevor loves the Baby Bell little cheeses, cheese for tacos tonight. Everything bagels for, I eat these with eggs in the morning. Some sesame teriyaki. Oh, we got the sesame oil for teriyaki chicken as well. And then we got some cookies. So yeah, that's all that we got today. I gotta get to cleaning now. Okay guys, so it's the next day and I'm sorry I didn't film a lot yesterday. I kind of had some snippets here and there, but I pretty much cleaned the whole day and did laundry and I cooked. So that's why I really didn't film a lot of it, because I want to do a separate like cleaning video, like a deep clean my house kind of video. So that's why I didn't put it in this one. But I'm gonna get to the topic that probably a lot of you guys are here for, is why I chose the Air Force. To get to that point, I'm gonna kind of talk about why I joined the military in general. I just think that'll kind of be better than jumping right into like, this is the pros and cons of joining the Air Force. Yeah, but a little disclaimer, these are my opinions. They are not of the Air Force's views or opinions or anything like that, or any of the military. These are all of my opinions, all me. That's all me. So, why I joined the military? I joined the military because, well, I guess in high school. Let's go back to high school. So, junior year of high school, started dating this guy. He was going to the Air Force. So then I met all his friends, and they were all in ROTC, and I went to their comps and things like that, and it was the first interaction in the military that I've ever had, really, because yes, my grandpas were in the military, but that was so long ago, like, I don't remember that. I don't think I was born when they were in, to be honest. So I didn't really have any idea of what the military is like. So I always thought like, oh, you fight in battle and you could die, pretty much. But that is totally not what the military is about. I mean, yes, there are career fields where you are a battlefield airman or a battlefield, there's so many in different branches, they're all called different things, but where you go out and you're deployed and you actually are in combat. But there are so many other jobs in the military that you don't really ever see combat. You don't. So he was going to the military, and I started getting an idea of what it was like, and he would tell me about it, and I was like, okay, that's cool. And then we broke up, and then I was like, okay, well, now the military is like an option. I see all these benefits. So I was like, let me look more into it. And we had a Navy recruiter come to one of our classrooms. I'm sure if you were in high school and you had a recruiter near you, they would come and talk to your high school. So we had a Navy recruiter come in, and they sent out a list of jobs you could get. And they're like, oh, if you're interested in any of these, check whatever and give it to me. So I was like reading through, I wasn't gonna turn it in or anything. I was like reading through the jobs, and there was like a dolphin trainer. I was like, sign me up right now. And so I like marked dolphin trainer. I don't remember what the proper job was, like the proper job title was or anything, but I was just like, that sounds cool. I love dolphins, being from Florida, And so I checked it, I gave it in, and he called me. The recruiter called me, and I was super surprised because I was like, who's this? Pretty much. And so he called me, and he was like, so what are you interested in, all this? And at that time, I had just submitted packets to colleges, 3 colleges to be specific. And so I was like, well, actually, I think I'm gonna go to college. And I was like, so I will call you back if I change my mind or anything. And at that point, I got accepted to one of the lower colleges that I was like, oh, this would be like my backup plan. But my major college I wanted to go to was UCF at the time, University of Central Florida. And I actually got on the waiting list for UCF, so I didn't get in, and I was like, ooh. But I was still waiting to hear back from the University of Florida. And so when I got put on the waiting list for UCF, I was like, ugh, like, do I want to go to college anymore? Because I was closer to home, and my dad really wanted me to go there. So I was like, I don't know anymore. And so the Navy recruiter called me back. And he was like, so are you interested? And I was like, kind of. He was like, all right, come meet with me on this day. And I was like, okay. I never showed. Oh my, this sounds so bad. Yeah, I never showed. So I scratched the Navy, and I was like, well, my next option is waiting to hear back from the University of Florida. And the day came, and I heard back, and I got accepted. Your girl got accepted. So I was like, hell yeah. And I went there after high school. Hi, Athena. And so I attended the University of Florida for about 1.5 years, 2 years. And I wasn't finished with any of my degrees or anything. I was halfway in between my associates and my bachelor's, and I was like, I can't afford this anymore, because my tuition was paid for, but my housing and food wasn't, because I had to live off base, or not off base, sorry. I had to live off campus. And I was like, I was slowly making the rent, and like I had 2 jobs. I worked 2 jobs, and I was a full-time student. So it got really difficult for me. And then at that time, me and my ex were back together, and then he was already in the Air Force, and I went to his graduation, stuff like that. So I got a glimpse of the Air Force life. And this whole time, I was just like watching Air Force videos on YouTube, like just learning more about it. And I came across Kyle Gott, and I came across like so many other YouTubers, and I was like starting to get really interested to join the Air Force. And I was like, I've always wanted to do something more than myself, and give back to my community, and just get a good standing in my life, because I just felt so lost at the time. I just didn't know where I was going. My mom was super sick. My ex broke up with me. I was just like a total mess. And I was like, what do I do now? Like, I'm in school, I'm not happy. My mom's terribly sick. Like, my life just feels like it's falling apart. And I truly felt like that. I truly felt like my life was just falling apart. And so I texted one of my best friends in college. I was like, Emma, like, what do I do? Like, I want to join the Air Force. And her husband was prior in Navy. And she was like, she had discouraged me before, because she just saw like what the military did to people and things like that. And with my mom being sick, she was like, I don't know, like, hear me away from your mom and stuff like that. And this day she just could tell that I was so sad. And so this night, I had been up all night and had class the next morning, and I was crying my eyes out all night, watching Grey's Anatomy. And I texted her, I was like, Emma, like, I want to join the Air Force. And she's like, do it. And I was like, that's all I needed. And I went home for Christmas break, and I never went back to college. Until now. And now I'm in college, and I'm going to the University of Florida online, but hey, I am in a good place in my life, and I'm happy. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna join. And so I went home, talked to a recruiter, and the process was super freaking quick. I went to my recruiter. I went in December, went to MEPS in January, and I had gone into recruiters, and I was like, I really want this job. And she's like, when do you want to leave? I was like, as soon as possible. And so she's like, okay, well, this job has a long wait. She's like, I don't know, so go to MEPS, come back, and then we'll talk about it and see what jobs are available. I was like, okay. So I did that and went to MEPS, came back, filled out my dream sheet of what jobs I wanted, and she was like, hey, put open mechanical on there. And I was like, my lowest ASVAB score was mechanical. What do you mean? She was like, just do it. Like, you might like it. And I was like, okay. I did it. I got open mechanical. So I went to basic in March and went open mechanical, got the job I have now. I am a crew chief. I work on aircraft. Yeah, who would have thought? An interior design major working on an aircraft now. Yeah. But I guess now let's get into why I chose the Air Force and I didn't go Navy. I kind of told you the background story, but the real reason I chose the Air Force is because, honestly, it's what I knew most about. I'm a person that is scared of change, and so I felt most comfortable with the Air Force because I've been to an Air Force base twice. I've gone to Lackland, I've gone to Keesler. So at the time I had visited my ex, and so I knew more about the Air Force because all his friends were going to Air Force, and I watched a lot of Air Force videos, And from all the videos, they said, well, it is the most like open for the jobs that you, I'm losing my thought process. It is you have more job like choices that have to do with more of what I wanted. I wanted something with photojournalism and public affairs, and so, excuse me, that's one of the reasons why I chose, just because the job options were just were more for me, I guess you could say, and the living standards. The major thing of why I chose Air Force was the living standards, because housing was nicer, like on-base housing and the dorms and everything, and yeah, so I don't have a lot of reasons why I chose the Air Force other than the fact that that's what I knew most about, because I did the most research. So I guess if you're in between branches, I would just do a lot of research, and just see like, how is the chain of command? How do they treat their people? What are their outside of work duties that branch requires? So our PT standards are a lot lesser, or like not as difficult. And I guess that's another reason why I chose Air Force, is because I can do pull-ups, and the other branches require pull-ups. I don't know about now, but they did at the time, and I was like, I can't do a single freaking pull-up. Like, how am I ever gonna get through basic? But I'm sure if you can't do a pull-up now and you want to go Marines or something, they'll train you for it. But at the time I was like, I don't know, like I can't do a pull-up now and all this. And I looked at the PD standards and I was like, all right, Air Force has what more I can more likely that I can accomplish. So that's another reason I chose it. Basic training was a lot less time, and a lot less like physically challenging, more mentally, just because military. So that's another reason why I chose the Air Force. And I don't know, I just knew more about it, and from what my ex would tell me and things like that. So those are the things that that really stood out to me. And the education benefits, the Air Force really encourages you to go to school. It helps you in the process of, if you want to get out of the Air Force, making sure you have a job lined up and all that kind of stuff. And it was just, I felt more at home when I was in the recruiter station for the Air Force. And so that's just kind of why I chose it, I guess. If I was in a school that had Army or Navy or Marine ROTC, maybe my life would be different right now. But that's just kind of my story and how I chose the Air Force and why I joined. So I hope you guys got enough information to help you decide. And if you have any questions, I know I try to explain as much as possible as I can in my videos, but if you guys have any other questions or I missed something that you want to know about, just leave a comment down below and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. All right, bye guys.